said you have bad hearing?
Yeah.
So, what have you been up to?
Having bad hearing. No. I said that the other day, and it's like almost like people get pissed off at me if they have to keep repeating themselves. And I'm like, I'm fucking sorry. I really didn't hear you. Uh, anyway, that's a recent issue. What about
Really?
No, it's not. I don't
It's
know.
always been like that
Maybe
with
I
me.
should get my ears checked. I don't know.
That's what I've been told. You need to get your ears checked.
Yeah.
Say it again. They call me in the warehouse. They go, say it again. Say it again.
Yeah.
Did you say it all the time? Say it again.
It's so stupid because I'm an adult. So if I'm saying that I didn't hear you, then you should receive that as I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
And then tell me what
Right.
you're trying to say and make sure I can hear you.
Yeah.
Instead of getting pissed off at me for not hearing you because it's out of my control.
I think a lot of people mumble too.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I'm not, I'm guilty too. Like sometimes I'll just say stuff. Sometimes I'll just say something and half the thought is in my head. And then I'm almost replying to that thought in my head to someone thinking that they should understand what the hell I'm talking about. I catch myself doing that more and more.
It's the thing. I'm talking about the thing.
But Adon has done that too before. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for? Anyway.
Explaining half the thing. Yeah.
Can we say that now?
Old age?
Yeah.
I'd like to not think I'm that old.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe you're not.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, hearing's been a thing with me.
Yeah.
Maybe I just don't want to hear it.
I don't know.
They call it selective hearing.
Yeah. Selective hearing.
Sorry, I don't process bullshit. Yeah.
Not easily, anyway.
So you said that you are active.
Active.
What did it say? You're one of the most active Trump supporters.
Oh, yeah.
Like a scam.
Oh, yeah. So I obviously signed up for receiving text messages from the Trump campaign at some point in my life. Otherwise, I don't know how it began, really. I don't remember doing that, but I welcome them.
I don't know how I would have gotten the Kamala text. I think they were just
funny.
spamming. That's what was so funny when you told me that. I thought you made it up. What did it say?
No, I think it's so scammy, but it's funny because of the things that they say. And I don't want to say no to them. Sorry, I have pinned text. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here we go. So the text that I received says, "You've been identified as one of the most active Trump supporters in Texas."
Come on down.
And let me tell you what, when I read that, I had no idea. I wasn't even trying. And so
tight.
So then it's like, accept this award. And so I'll accept it later.
They'll give you
I'm a little busy.
A link to add in a credit card.
But here's another one. Let me tell you here's one. It says, "From Trump. Will you match with me? I might wear my gold MAGA hat on Inauguration Day. Order yours now." I'm like, oh my God. This is my chance to match with Trump. He's asking me. He has my number.
Right. You text him back. Turns out it's actually a number.
Thanks. Yeah, it's the texts are crazy. Sometimes they'll say, we're not asking for a donation or something.
Right.
And then, it'll give you the opportunity if you just can't resist and you want to donate. But it's so funny. It's so funny. President Trump wants to sign his victory photo for you. For me. Anyway.
Maybe they'll do something like where they print them out. Like I have a signed card from Chuck Norris.
Oh.
And it's like a karate card that he gave out when he was at a anti-drug rally or something, or Just Say No. Met him when I was a kid in middle
Oh,
school. He
that's
like
so
came by the
cool.
school and was like touring. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
awesome.
but we wondered if when he was handing those cards out, if they were. I mean, they looked like they were written on there with a marker.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, I can see when you give out hundreds and hundreds of
Oh
them. Are you
yeah,
sitting there?
it's a printing machine.
Yeah, I never.
Yeah.
You
But
know.
I mean, it's as good as a signature, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's funny.
Go over it with marker.
Right. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of it is like approved,
Yeah.
just like any of those other things. Like that text message was probably approved by his campaign leader or who
I don't
whatever.
know, man. I've seen Alex Jones sign his books. No.
Right. Right.
What was I gonna say?
But when you sell like signed copies, I guess, yeah, when you say you're doing stuff like that,
Yeah. I don't know.
you just wonder if it's not.
Oh, Chuck Norris.
Right.
Right. Chuck Norris. How cool
Yeah.
to meet. Were you in elementary school?
Middle school.
Middle school?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Him and the governor came.
Oh, holy.
They talked, and then we could all shake their hands or
Uh-huh.
whatever, meet them.
That's
Each
cool.
gave us a little card, and it said whatever. It had him doing the high kick.
You still have it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd have
that's
to go
awesome.
find it. I'll show it to you one day.
Yeah,
It's
I
funny.
believe you.
Well, back then we were like, it's Walker Texas Ranger. We didn't. There wasn't all these
Yeah, I know.
memes. This was
But Walker Texas Ranger was so cool.
yeah,
He's such a badass.
yeah.
And I remember Conan O'Brien used to have, and like I didn't watch Conan O'Brien all the time or anything, but I did know that he had a segment because I would see like clips later about it, where he would play a clip from Walker Texas Ranger that was just like, what the hell is going on in this scene? And oh my God, one time he played one where like, I can't. I think they were in a barn and the barn was burning, and he was like yelling at this girl to jump into his arms. He's like, "Jump, jump, jump!" And she's like, it's all slow motion, and crazy and corny and cool. And then she goes and jumps, and then he moves out of the way.
What? Just boom.
Yeah, it was so funny. But yeah, Conan O'Brien had this like, I don't know, like little gimmicky thing he would pull, and then it would play out a clip.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was so funny. But yeah, he's so cool. I met him too, but when I was probably 17. I went to, because he did the World Combat League or some kind of thing he did. He branched out and did on his own. I think it was World Combat League. And for some reason, I got tickets to go. And like I was down on the
Like
bottom.
UFC
It
style?
was like a fighting. It was a fighting thing, and it was like UFC.
Mixed martial arts.
Yeah, it was.
People kicking each other's ass is what
Yeah.
you're talking about, like a tournament.
Yeah, but not like brutally.
Okay.
You know. But it was really cool. It was at like maybe it was in Temple at like the Expo Center or something like that. But it was really cool, and I got to meet him and shake his hand, and he's so small.
That's what I was going to tell you was like, he'll fuck you up, I mean,
Yeah.
whatever he is, like definitely a black belt, but, life trainer and those kind of things.
Yeah.
Or, trained his whole life. And, yeah, he was shorter than me when I was in middle school.
Yeah, he's so small.
And they make him look, no, I would say normal sized.
Yeah.
Definitely not as short as he is. You see that scene with him and Bruce Lee in it where they fight each other. It's in one of those movies.
I think so.
And they're both short guys. So you're watching it and you're kind of,
I would need to see it again.
yeah. They just look normal when they're
Yeah.
fighting each other. No one's up on any,
Yeah.
milk crates or anything. I mean, they've got these full size shots of them, like, whatever, fighting.
Man, what a time, right?
Yeah,
Bruce
for real.
Lee and Chuck Norris and all those corny Chuck Norris jokes.
It all came after
They're
too.
so funny.
Yeah, that's what makes that card even more valuable now.
Yeah. Do you have it like in a fancy case or
Just got it
something?
in a plastic bag with a bunch of other stuff.
You need to put that thing up on your wall in here.
I should put it in a little frame, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. When we had our studio, or not our studio, when we had our podcast going, we would take pictures with all the guests
Mm.
And I always imagined that we would have them up, like on
That
the
would be a
wall.
really good idea.
Like
Never
how
thought
they
about
have,
that.
like in the comedy clubs, they have pictures when the comedians come through.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
it's a
Um,
really good idea.
but it's like also you need room in here, or you need sound.
Well, we took that wall out there, or took
Oh
the
yeah,
foam out of that, and I ended up putting those um,
boards.
whiteboards in there.
Mhm.
Just, I mean, I save a lot instead of having to use like pencil or paper or anything like that when I'm
Mhm.
drawing the ideas out.
I love it.
I'm gonna
I
put
love it.
I'm gonna put 2 up in my room, and then I'm gonna move those 2 shelves back there. So
Dry erase
one of,
boards are so cool. I loved like in college how they had like the chalkboard and the dry erase
yes,
combo sliding.
mm-hmm.
So cool.
Or the maps that rolled. Excuse me, the maps that rolled out. They were like in a tube,
Yeah.
and they'd pull on a
Oh
cord. You know what
yeah.
I'm
Oh
saying? And
yeah.
a
Yeah.
map would
Yeah.
cover the whole board on top of
Yeah.
that. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
So good.
that's badass. I forgot all about that. I was looking up a map the other day, and someone had it from a school, an elementary
shit.
school or something.
And they were all like marked, right? There was like a bunch of them. Didn't they have a bunch of different?
Yes, if you had a nice
Yeah.
one, that's right.
Yeah, they had a bunch of different. One was just the projector screen. One was like
Right.
a
I
map.
forgot about that.
Something.
There was a projector screen
Yeah.
too for the
Gosh,
overhead.
Oh, I've almost bought an overhead.
Man, I was
of,
just thinking
like,
that.
like a few different times for no reason at all.
Like,
I
that'd be
don't need
cool.
one.
It's a projector.
Even those little stupid tiles that they used to use for
Oh
math
man,
that they would put on the projector screen. Oh, I loved that.
I forgot all about those.
I liked that when I was young, so I've always been this weird about little stationary.
Uh-huh.
I always loved stationary things, pens, notepads, everything.
Like
Oh my
those.
god, I love these. These blocks.
Well,
Oh gosh, these are so fun.
that's the
What
thing.
happened to it? This is when life was much more simpler these
Yep.
times, and maybe that's why it's you don't ever want to go back. I'm like, I just want to go back to playing with the neighbors, GI
Yep.
Joes, because he had a lot of money and I was super poor and I didn't have any GI Joes of my brothers to play with. It's a boat with shipping containers on it.
Oh, I was like, oh, nice, how
Oh,
innocent.
they fell in the water.
I thought it was a pot. I was like, oh, how nice, little potted plant. And you're like, no, it's a boat from the south, a shipping container. I thought I was bad because mine's a blade.
Oh yeah, nice. Oh, that's so funny. I love these.
These,
I love the erasers.
I got
So
these
good.
for
What a bunch of
writing
freaks.
out when I write out ideas on bigger pieces of paper. Sometimes I put like a central concept, and then like if I branch little things out, I'll do that, trace them. I haven't really worked with it in a while, so I got a couple of rounds, and then I can do circles within circles. That's why I have
So
these.
these
in there.
are for your shapes and stuff, and to help
Yes,
with your
so
ideas.
I could trace them. I don't carry around children's blocks just in a
just
little.
to play with them.
No,
Aw,
they're used as. I mean, I do have a whole couple of packages of them. I think I just bought one maybe,
I love it. That's how come I like
or a
that.
couple of sets of them. You know what I mean? Like this isn't it, but I only keep a couple on me at a time, just because I don't need to.
No, you're like the junk drawer that is my favorite drawer to go to.
Yes,
You
there's still a
have
picture
all
of y'all
the
in there.
good stuff in there.
The
You
good
have
stuff,
all the good stuff.
the batteries.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, the batteries. What do you need? A charger for something? What does it look like?
Right.
I have.
Did you leave this here?
Yeah, if you leave something at my house, I'll hold on to it forever until
I will.
get it back.
I have an area that's OPS, other people's shit,
Yeah.
and that's where I keep their stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, did you leave this water bottle or whatever the fuck this is? No, it's not mine, but I'll take it. That's how
Yeah. I regifted our friend Rob his jacket. I had it for like a year. I was like, hey man, have your jacket.
Yeah.
He was like, holy shit. And then now I have Sam's some fancy shirt top he brought.
Yeah.
I'm like, Sam,
Stop leaving your
Come on,
shit at
guys.
my house.
laundry? That's what you're leaving?
I need it ironed.
I'll hold
Thanks.
on to it though.
Gee,
I'll
thanks.
hold
I
on.
needed it ironed.
I'll hold on to it. I like this one. This is nice.
It's the top of a bottle.
Holy crap.
It's like you can make a little flower
This
with
is
that.
like hardcore. This is the top of a like an
This is NOS. That's what it is.
yeah, like NOS, yeah. What is it called? Like the canister. Just the NOS canister.
Oh, like nitrous
Tank,
or
the tank.
the nitrous tank. The Fast and the Furious thing.
Yeah. So
That's what I do with them.
So we hung out.
Who we?
And we were dealing with me and you. You were at the house last night, and
Oh yeah, table.
yeah, the table. Sorry about that.
He was fried. He was done. I was like, I'm gonna just go.
So we got a new table, but yesterday was a little bit crazy because Adon, who's my husband, is a writer, right, for InfoWars. And yesterday, the fate of InfoWars was in the balance yet again, and it's very stressful. And so it was like to have to build a table in the middle of it was awful. Not that I had to build it, but I was there.
Right. Very stressful for me. It was like we were listening to a
then-
police radio.
And then InfoWars did not get sold to the Onion, and that was great. And it was long. It started at 1, so I was listening throughout my entire day.
Yeah.
You know, for like ever. I think he announced around 10:30 that the sale wasn't gonna go through to the Onion, and
10:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So from 1 to 10:30 p.m., I think there was maybe an hour that I had to be on the phone dealing with work stuff. But other than that, I was just listening and working and driving and listening and doing this and listening and that. And so it was nice. But yeah, it felt like the day part was fast. And then at the end, when the judge was giving the verdict, it took forever for him to say it. It was so stressful. It was he was like, you didn't really know which way it was going to go. It was so stressful. And then, but then you can hear, because the Don was kind of like, he was like up and down. At first he was like, I think we got this. I think we got this. And then he was like,
excuse me.
And then he was like, I don't know. I don't know the way the judge is talking. And, and then he was like going back and forth because this is his job. And although Alex will always go on, if they were to have acquired InfoWars, Alex will still go on just like he did immediately whenever they shut everything down a couple weeks ago.
Right.
The problem is just that he doesn't get to keep all those people because now he can't pay for them. So like all the sales, people in sales, all the, whenever that went down that week, one of the people that works over there, a woman, called me crying. So it was awful.
Like she got let go?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chop and block.
Yeah. Everybody over there got let go because, they had gotten sold. And thankfully, they were able to come back after the fact because they still were supposed to be, because it wasn't a for sure deal. And so money was being lost. Anyway. So there's that. That's one of the things. What else? What did I want to also mention? I don't know. What are you thinking about this show? I saw you have your new episode that you just released. What are you
Well, well, I want to keep doing this for sure,
Yeah.
but I'd like to branch out and look at other types of content, if you will, different genres.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That would be great.
Like I would like to do one with like articles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like current news,
Yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah.
those
There's
are
so
always
much
funny.
there's so much going on
You know?
all the time. I mean, although Adon believes otherwise because he can't find news to write, uh, there's always something
But
that's there.
that's also specific to a genre. There's only so
Yeah.
much of that, you know, because that's
Yeah.
more like news,
Yeah, I guess that's
right?
true.
I don't mean
Because,
necessarily skits, you know.
yeah.
I mean, if we could do animations, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, oh man, just trying to sit comfortably, like sit squatted. I need the table raised a little bit, like your table, the one you got last night,
Oh, my table.
the raised table.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Uh,
They're nice when they're up higher like this. I think so. I'm a taller person, so sitting in a little table, you know, squatted down.
I know my table seemed like a kid table whenever our new table got put up.
Right.
My table was like, I was like, what the hell? Why were we eating on the floor?
I know. It's fucking awesome.
I love it. I love it.
But going back to the shows, trying different shows, I mean, like I wouldn't mind switching it around and we do like shows, or sorry, not shows, sorry, news, or like where we're both sitting more at like a V-shaped desk, or like at the ends but slightly off to the side, and then the technician will be switched around and he'll be over there, and then the TV will be in front of him, kind of reversed. I mean, there's a way. I looked at all this as I put it together and tried to switch out the cords right, where the longer ones are sitting on the ends, and then we can plug in if you need an extension, or we can unhook them from beneath the table, and then I can swap it out very easily, and then the desk just kind of stays all put together the way it is. Unplug the camera and the mics, and then that's it. It just slips.
It's a good desk, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good. I like your man on the street stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I like that too. I haven't done one in a while. I wonder what would be a good one. I guess it's like just always based off of current news and events, right? So there's like a P. Diddy thing,
Right.
right? P. Diddy. Now there's a Jay-Z thing.
I'm doing all that.
I-
They just show them doing all that.
New
Yeah, right. Right.
Some big
That's what it
vagina.
is.
That's all there.
That's what it is.
So yeah, oh yeah, the Jay-Z thing. So Jay-Z's being accused of rape. It's so crazy because I read a headline yesterday to Adon, and he was like, "Holy shit!" It's like, I know, even if he's not guilty of it, this is, or even if he's not guilty, it's still so awful.
Awful.
It's so awful
To be accused
It's
of something
so
like that.
specific.
Right.
You know, it's like, I don't know why, but it's awful. And I've heard like even worse stories before and have not felt this reaction like I do with the Jay-Z thing. I was like, holy shit. Like, but also you have to think like, it's, these people don't think they have children,
Yeah.
and it's like, I think about this too, like with the reality TV and all these crazy shows where they're like, just like having sex and
Right.
just doing all these awful things and getting into these nasty fights, and
Right.
it's crazy
Behaving
because
like
and they
scandalous.
have children, and the children are gonna have to see this, and I think a lot of people say stuff, right? So if I think about reality TV, right, one of the longest reality television shows is the Kardashian show, right? Which they have their own like conspiracy theories about their ties to everything too, to also to P. Diddy and all that.
Right.
And like the Ray J thing and the mom paid for it to be a porno. Like the mom directed the porno of her and Ray J, and then they decided on when to release it. And there's all this stuff that Ray J has come out and said. Ray J is a rapper guy. His sister is Brandy from like the 90s.
Okay, yeah.
So Ray J and Kim Kardashian had a porno leaked.
Okay.
It was their private porno. And
right, years ago.
Leaked. Yeah, years ago.
Right.
But anyway, outside of that porno leak thing,
right.
The way that they are on their reality show is actually pleasant for people to watch because they try to be normal because they're not normal. They don't live a normal life.
No.
But they try to pretend like they do, you know, in their reality shows. So they're like very PG. They don't have a lot of scandalous stuff going on.
Okay.
They're not cussing at each other. They have their kids in their shots. They're like taking their kid. They're doing positive things. So even though the Kardashians get a lot of hate,
I didn't know that.
I think that their reality show compared to all these other trash reality shows where people are like doing the worst things, I don't know. But it'll never go away. And that's fine too. I mean, people just want to be entertained. When I was like, I don't know, 18, I was watching the worst show that you can imagine. It's called The Bad Girls Club. I think that's what it's called.
What is that?
It's like
The Bad Girls Club.
I watched it with my sister and we were like super addicted to it. And it's basically all the shitty, bratty, pretty girls
that
are like hardcore assholes in their lives and stuff. And they need to go to like a boot camp to work on themselves. But basically they're like too bitchy at each other. So they all live in this house in this big mansion that's super awesome. And
like Bad Barbie.
And they all fight each other. They just all day fight each other. And when I first started watching, I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. Like girls would come into the house and go, I'm the, you know, like in jail or something.
Right.
Like when you go to jail, they're like, I'm the queen of this shit.
Okay.
And then they go and get the other girl who like tried to be her roommate's shit and throws it in the pool. Or like takes her mattress, throws it in the pool. You know, like the worst kind of bully and harassment ever imaginable. I mean, they're like always throwing shit at each other or talking shit to each other. Is just the craziest thing. But
wow.
I know. The Bad Girls Club, if you haven't seen it.
Bad Girls Club. We're going to have to check that out. Okay, I was going to ask you if it was on MTV or something. It's like that.
It's on those weird channels.
Oh, God. Oxygen. Bad Girls Club.
I love it. It's so good.
It's
so good.
Let's take a look at this.
Let me just see. I think my dad texts me.
Bad Girls Club.
Bad Girls Club.
You say it's the show.
It's so funny.
Oh, man.
Down, up. There you go.
Ah. And there we go. So we look at this, go back to there. I believe that's how this works. Hopefully this is being seen. Oh, wow.
Bad Girls Club.
7 women, charismatic, tough chicks, and were known for their
2006. Holy shit.
They were known for their quarrels, altercations, and unruly behavior. The show's premise was that the women had issues with anger, trust, and control and wanted to change their lives. Meet Jessica. You know,
they had like a really fun like go to watch their like trailer or and opening.
Is this
go to video?
It'll kick me out. Yeah, it won't let me. From what I saw, it'll just straight cut the illustrate, just cut it out of my episode in certain.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get a paywall. Just speaking of that, shows. Just gotta, build it back up. To me, this is the longest running one that I have, and so I want to keep it going.
Yeah.
And it just keeps the one-on-one or two. But it would be cool to like face the audience like both of us like you used to have it, but we'll do it like newscaster or news anchor style, or we can sit there and like how like Norm Macdonald did, like we'll just have a table like this and the camera guy will be over there and we can face each other, but it's a little different. Like the TV, I'm just have to think it's just reversed. I think the cameras and the TV will be on the same side, like how you guys did it. They're all facing inward, and then so we're always looking into the camera, which sometimes I think that's kind of weird, but it is like just different, like this.
That's how come I always had the camera by the screen so that I didn't have to turn to be facing the camera.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe 2 or 3 different formats, like podcast style like this. Maybe even do like a couch setup too, almost like more of a talk show style, whereas people can sit back there. And then
or maybe like just some nice chair. Like
I was thinking of that, a coffee table and a couple of chairs, just a different.
Like that chair I have, that orange chair I have when you go in, it's kind of a funky chair, but
oh yes,
you sit in it.
Yes,
I like sitting.
Like I used to have.
Yeah.
You have like a
couple chairs. Yeah, like a late night talk show
right.
style.
And I always thought that would be cool because Austin doesn't really have one. Austin's not that kind of city. I don't even think that they make them in very many. They're like live from Miami.
Oh yeah, that would be so fun.
But I'd like to build like a backdrop or have someone make me like maybe a kind of cheesy looking backdrop. I don't really want to make it green. I don't want it to be like you would on a talk show. And then whenever I have a guest come on, they'll sit next to me. I'll sit at a desk. I'll either get a smaller desk or I'll sit at a table. I don't think I'll do it on a table like this. And then people can sit in the back behind the technician, and then the cameras all face this way. So yeah, that's what I was going to say, where they're all on the same side of the room, and then we're up against the wall. And all this stuff can be moved. I'm going to get rid of those 2 shelves. I'm going to take one in the living room, and probably both of them are going to go in the living room. And then that'll leave the room to be almost completely free,
Just do a little blueprint.
So then we could start that wall. That would be nice. I don't have a nice enough printer to print out pictures, but that would be a very good idea to put all the guests up on there. Because I take one with everybody so I can make it the thumbnail.
Just print it at the Walgreens or the CVS. It's like $1.
Forgot about doing that.
Yeah, man. So cut all these corners. Let's do
Cut
it.
the people out.
Yeah, cut out the people. Get a Tesla robot.
Can you buy those?
I don't know. I thought I heard a thing that Elon said that he wanted to make, or that he predicts that there will be more robots than people in 2026 or something.
More robots than people. What is it? Just
He's
more of those robots. What he has?
Yes.
For what?
For everything. Watching your kids, cooking your dinner, picking you up, checking you out at the store, being your producer.
Talking about like checking you out,
checking you out if that's what you program it to do.
That's going to be our end. You're fucking the robot instead of your wife.
I don't know.
My God.
I think people would rather have sex with one of those human-like. Oh, you just put a skin on it, right? You just put a
what is in every movie when they're fucking the robot?
Yeah, it's a silicone skin, but the inside's still hard parts. I guess you can stick a fleshlight in that or something.
It just ejects the fleshlight out. You got to wash that
you gotta
thing.
Click it in, click it
no.
out.
Oh. I use it for bioresin. It's how I lubricate my parts. Please.
Every time that a guy comes inside of it, like checks their sperm count and like does a whole health reading on them.
Receipt comes out of her mouth. Thank you. That'll cost you 24 credits. Have a nice day. Your sperm count is low.
Your sperm count is low.
THC levels at a dangerous.
Please make an appointment with your doctor immediately.
receipt comes
Oh
out of
my
its
God.
mouth. Oh, it warns you. Please see your doctor.
And women, what are women doing? They're like, it has a recycle bin, and you like drop
Ugh.
your menstrual.
Test tube people fucked up.
You are pre-menopausal. Here are some helpful links.
I was gonna say, here are some pills. Eat some pills. Pills.
You have to. You know, that's the thing too. Whenever women go through menopause, you have to take hormones. You have to. You'll go fucking crazy.
Really?
Yes. You have to replenish those hormones that are not happening in your body. Women do, men not. But women do. Yeah. Yeah, I actually looked into it because I heard Joe Rogan talking about it on one of his previous podcasts with somebody. I think it was like two episodes ago. And I was like, holy shit, I should learn about this. And not that I'm going through menopause or anything,
Right.
but I will one day.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it's inevitable. So,
Sooner-
which sucks, right? Because
And that's like the letting go of like you're not going to be able to like you cannot have children anymore at that point, right? It's like your body's
you're done. You're like checked out.
checked out.
You are checked out.
Well, and that's the thing I keep seeing with the robots is we just start fucking the robots, then people don't fuck as much, and then there's less people, and they're like, well, this is a good thing, and then it's like whoever controls the robots controls the people, and it's less, people based.
Yeah.
They could hack the robots, and
there's
it's gonna be robot wars like in fucking Star Wars or whatever it is, that the first one or the one with the Jar Jar Binks, and they show up and it's like the Chinese aliens, Jedi Master, and they have all the robots though. They're like, fuck you. That's why they make clones. Blah blah blah. It just goes back and forth. It's just a war. It's like more people, more robots, more people, war.
We're building factories.
Right. There you go. We're fucking building factories. Yeah. Right. You're right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Well, even in the clone movies though, no. I mean they're cloning them, so they're not even really fucking, They're
Yeah.
But it's again, it's the same controlled bullshit. You get what I'm saying. It doesn't seem like
it's like the Matrix.
I don't see why it couldn't be like like all these future movies that we see where they're much more synonymous with us, much more subservient. Like you can just turn them off. Not like the fucking Terminator where the thing's trying to rip your face off.
Not yet.
Right.
Not yet. But I mean, what do you think will come first, right? Do you think that robots or aliens?
Oh, probably robots.
Robots. You think robots sooner, more dangerous?
Yes.
Aliens.
That's unknown.
Unknown. Yeah.
I mean, they say some of them are evil, some of them are good, but we don't know that definitively. I mean, amongst all of us, I'm not speaking for people that have been abducted or seen ships in government bases, whatever. I'm just more getting at that you can't go and see one in a zoo, or it's kind of like Bigfoot, like they say it's real, and the people that have seen it, and there's things that'll make you be like, what the fuck, like the footage of those ships, But then also people talking about them getting abducted and people, sticking things in certain places, but.
Well, there's all these drones sightings. And today they said that they were Iran's drones. And it's really crazy that they've even existed up there and us not know what the hell they are. The government doesn't know what the hell they are.
They admitted that.
And they say they're not a public threat. And how the hell are they not a public threat, and at the same time you don't know what they are, whose they belong to, what they're doing there? You have no idea at all. Haven't even gotten close to them. It's crazy. It's crazy. And some the size of an SUV. That's a huge drone.
Right.
We're talking giant airplane sized drones.
Right.
Multiple. It's crazy.
Or
We're living in like this crazy upside down world where everything crazy that happens is just normal.
yeah.
It's so nuts. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like it always was. The veil is just being lifted.
Yeah.
Somehow I feel, because the more you look back at history or these occurrences, you're like, this has been happening for a
But
long
I
time.
feel
The
like
ships,
it's just more like in your face. Like it's so much more out for like I feel like it was happening, but it was in places that were a little hard to get to or you had to know. But right now politics are so polarizing to the world, everything that's happening, the news as it breaks and it's on the headlines of everything. But then the next day, it's something else. And the next day it's something else. Like I know more about this kid that shot this insurance company
oh
guy
yeah,
than I ever saw or know about the guy who tried to kill Donald Trump.
right.
Or assassinate Trump, attempted assassination. Like there's more information about this kid than there is about this other kid. And then I mean, right? Because we never heard anything. The room was scrubbed clean. There were no silverware. The
The
dad
fucking
went.
silverware is what gets
The
me.
dad went grocery shopping
Yep.
at like
Costco.
fucking Costco.
Seeming like just kind of with a handler probably with them.
What is happening? And then they.
That's creepy.
And then they what is it called? They cremate him right away.
Yeah, not even getting a toxology report, right?
Yeah,
Is that correct?
Like, it's so crazy. Yeah, not
It's like
getting
Bin
a
Laden.
report.
Yeah. Dipping him off in the sea
Wow.
instead of bringing him back.
Interesting.
I think you'd want to see the body
Yeah, of course.
or see pictures. I don't know if they have pictures of that.
What was that like? The Kurt Cobain thing, right? Didn't they melt the gun right away and then they burned the house down, or they like demolished
raised
the
it, yeah.
house or something, like right away? It's
Yeah.
like, what is happening here?
And is that what happened with one of the schools that was shot up too? I believe.
Oh yeah.
It's not there anymore. It's been demolished.
Well, to me, you just sound like a conspiracy theorist.
Well,
But,
a man was found today in South Austin with apparently 2 bullet holes in the back of his head. He committed suicide. He shot himself twice with a pump action shotgun in the mouth. He committed suicide. We can't find the gun.
Can't find the gun.
In other news, the houses are being demolished in South Austin.
In other news, that house caught fire later in the evening.
God, right? It's like that.
It is like that.
That's creepy as
Just
hell.
like who was telling us that
house caught fire.
Someone jumped off a hotel?
I told you that.
You told me that. Yeah.
And then I looked it up.
And then
It happened.
It
It was on
happened.
Reddit. It wasn't even on the news. It was on Reddit.
So tell
before.
me again the story.
Okay, so my roommate comes home, and he works downtown. Does valet. If you don't know. And he said I showed up to work, and a man had jumped off a building, and I went, like, did you see it? And he goes, I mean, they were picking him up, like pieces of him off the ground. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, man. And I just, and anyway, so while he's telling me this, right, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting there. This is like about a week ago. And I get on my phone and I look it up. That's what I do a lot of times. Like if I see a bunch of cops somewhere,
Yeah.
I get on my phone. I need to work with my next door and really try to tap into that a little better. But that's how you do it, where you can look it up and someone will report, or if you have a police scanner app, whatever. But I mean, the easiest way I found, you go to Google and you Google and it'll come up. Excuse me. And it was on Reddit, and people were like, man,
Reddit.
I saw it's like 12 hours before, and they said it happened at 3:45 or 4 o'clock. So within an hour, it was already on Reddit. By 5 o'clock in the morning, it wasn't even on the Statesman or anything like I could read on it, which, I mean, that's, it's in the middle of the, I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to tell anybody. And that was in the day. Now that I think about it, if the guy jumped at like 4 o'clock, I kept thinking it was at night. But yeah, he like landed in the alley. I was like, well, at least he was being considerate of the traffic or somebody's car. But, geez, to be splattered like that.
I don't know.
I don't think I could do that.
No.
I think I get real fucking scared climbing up someplace and being like,
did he jump off the building?
yes, they said he got up there and threw his ass off the, might have been like the rooftop bar. And I'm like, well, that's not the worst way to go. Austin was like, oh man, how could he? I said, well, sometimes all that money, all that bullshit doesn't really mean anything anymore. You check out. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Could have been a terminal illness. I mean, some people really do get it bad. And it's like, am I going to sit here and have somebody wipe my ass the rest of my days as I go out? I get weaker and frailer.
Yeah. You got to make sure you're going to be.
So, you go up to the bar. You have one last tequila shot. You write a note,
and
leave it in there. And you take your fucking, $12,000 Rolex off. Maybe you even take your shoes off, too. You leave your shoes and your Rolex by the bar. And the guy's going, hey, man, put your shoes back on. And just,
no, you got to jump up. And that way you go down even harder.
What he does is he asks for like a whatever, 4 fingers of whiskey and just
sit down. I could fly. When one time we went downtown to go see. Well, we didn't go down. We went to a hotel that's close to Rainy Street to see some drummer that was playing in a nice restaurant. It was like a jazz drummer or something.
Okay.
And when we left, we were walking down Rainy Street to check it out, to leave. And the Container Bar that used to be on Rainy Street.
Yeah, I forgot. They took that down.
They had all these cops in front of it. And I told Donna, I was like, reporting live from Rainy Street. Like I was trying to do, Rachael on the scene, Rachael Ray, the Liberty broadcast, and
Live at Container Bar.
I didn't end up doing that, even though he kept telling me I should. Instead, I took a picture of the bar, and I could see people. They closed the bar. They had cops, ambulance. The ambulance wasn't even there when we first got there, and then it came. But a guy had shot himself on the dance floor at Container Bar. And apparently everybody had to delete pictures and stuff from their phone. They had everybody lined up.
Oh no.
Out of the bar that was in the bar. And supposedly or allegedly, one of the bartenders had an FBI badge. And when the guy shot himself, that bartender jumped over the bar and ran to him. But he had already shot himself.
Right.
And they were somehow, I can't remember exactly how, but it was linked to like Hillary Clinton or something. Like the guy that killed himself had some kind of ties to the Clintons. And I had posted that picture on 4chan. And or no, I didn't post that picture on. I posted that picture on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, the guy killed himself at Container Bar. Like, might have connections, or I don't know what I said, something." And then I saw my picture as the image for a message board on 4chan, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And so I looked into it, and they were like, "Oh, this girl." Blah blah blah. She might be a bot, all this.
Yeah.
They were like talking about like me and like what did I know and
Right.
how did I get this picture and it was
outside, wasn't it?
So crazy, but it was cool. That was my big 4chan moment. But I don't know whatever happened.
How could they make you?
I know how, but it's just a bunch of people at the bar. It's the FBI.
People are filming like crazy all the time, everywhere. I see where.
I know.
Like you don't want that out. I can understand that to one degree or another. I mean, it's gratuitous, but at the same time, well, it could also be evidence.
There was a line of people. There were people crying. There was like a line.
Right,
of people.
And they were searching them. I would imagine if you were trying to hide your phone or post it, I'd friggin' send it somewhere, a video, all that, then delete it.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was so crazy.
But I'm sure they were sitting there like, press delete, then going to deleted photos and going permanently delete. I'm sure. If there's something somebody was.
Yeah, I have like a drop photo box, so I can just delete pictures in my phone.
But that's got to be awful. I can't imagine just the sound of a gun like right next to you, and then like having blood or brain matter.
And then you don't hear about it, and then the bar was open that night. The bar was open, or not that
Really?
night. The bar was open the next night.
Right.
The bar was open. Yeah. And it was open. And then I talked to somebody there like, "Oh yeah." I go, "Did you guys go to Container Bar?" And they go, "Yeah." And I go, "Oh my God, somebody killed themselves last night on that dance floor." That is so nuts. And now that bar's closed. I guess it's closed. I haven't been to Rainy Street in years.
They took it down.
Or so.
Do you know what I mean? There you go. See? There you go.
They had it up for like a year because this happened years ago.
Yeah. No, it's only been a year or two,
that
I
place
think.
was pretty cool.
I liked it.
I liked it.
I saw it during the South
Bar.
Bar.
Own container and private hang,
And then they have it to where one of them was like you're on like a second story overhang, like cut open where you can sit there and chill.
Yeah.
They've got a couple of cool bars downtown now that are themed or have got some sort of playground-esque kind of environment.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to see Zanzibar. That one looks cool as fuck over off of it's right off of where Eddie V's is. It's not where it is, but if you look down the street, you can see it, but it's a rooftop bar.
Yeah.
There are quite a few of those now.
Yeah. I like that. I like those bars.
We should go do that one night. Take it on and go to one of those. Well, we're going to be down there too. So I don't know if you guys want to go have a drink in one of those places after we go see the show. Oh, when is the show next week?
When's your birthday?
Oh, you didn't get it Wednesday? You said you got it Thursday?
No, I got it for whatever day I sent you.
Shit.
I couldn't get it because they only had it for that day. So it's on Wednesday.
Yeah, my birthday's on Thursday. That's fine, but we'll go out. But what time do we got to be ready for that?
Wednesday. It's a late show, so maybe we have a drink before.
Okay, there you go. Damn it, we'll be down there
10,
too.
So we're gonna see Tim Dillon.
We're actually gonna see him this time. Damn it, not get it canceled. So now,
I know, and I called that. I was like, "Damn it!"
You did. Something's wrong. There's a disturbance. There's a disturbance in the email.
No.
Oh, man.
I know. It's so crazy.
I wonder what happened.
We're going to go see a Daft Punk thing at the theater this week.
Like a documentary?
With some of the
live concert?
InfoWar people.
Really?
If you want to come, I'm sure.
So
they just opened a new Showtime, but I'll send you the info for it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what it is exactly.
So there's a joke at Burning Man. They tell you Daft Punk's performing. I don't know if they've ever actually performed there. They're always like, Daft Punk's going to be here at this time. We're like, what? No. Or they were saying last time I went, Taylor Swift was out there and she was going to, because like everything's for free. Or, there's nothing, there's no
fair or whatever. Feel like it's big open space. Random
shit. Well, there's no commodification. Like you're supposed to bring all your own food, but then everyone's giving out food. Probably the only thing they're hard on is like water, because you got to carry it out there. And then if not everybody drinks it, you got to haul it all back. So, but the whole thing about Daft Punk and Taylor Swift, I was like, I'm not going, because a lot of things are supposed to be like goose chases, wild goose chases. Like you're just supposed to go running around places, meet people, mix, look for things. One of the rules they tell you is that, don't try to have too many expectations. Because some things will straight be a fucking gag, which I was told. Somebody did show me pictures of the Daft Punk thing, and it's like tribute. So I didn't know if that's what you were talking about, or if we're going to see like a concert movie.
No, it's
I hope that's right.
I'll show you.
One more time, we're gonna celebrate. Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, where the fuck? Oh yeah, here it is. So it is verifying you are a human. The robot is going to verify that I'm a human. So give it a minute.
You brought up a lot of good points
It
today. I was
needs-
talking about AI and the people and the robots and the clones.
I hope I make it past this test.
Where is the bus? Where is the bus? It's like the corner or the backside of the bus or the motorcycle or the edge of the bridge. Is that part of the bridge?
So it's Daft Punk and Leiji Matsumoto.
Ooh,
And-
Matsumoto.
Matsumoto. It's a laser stadium seating. It's this.
Like at the draft house?
It's no, it's not even at the draft house. It's at a different one, but it's this film. I have no idea what it is. I'm just going.
All right.
'cause it looks
Interstellar 5555. Here, let's do this.
cool. Interstellar.
Here's how we do this. If I'm not mistaken, we go. Okay. Oh, wait. Ding. So we get off the Bad Girls Club and we do this.
The Bad Girls Club.
Still, yep, there we go. Boom. Let's take a look. Okay.
Yeah.
So, it's like a re-release. This might be really good.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. Hold up, girl. When are you going to do this?
Yeah. you should
Tonight?
come- No,
Fucking me up now?
no. I think tomorrow. So-
Seriously? I'll
well,
I'll
let me
text that to
just-
myself. Yes.
Well, hold on. If you really want to go, let me see if Sean. Let me get Sean to send me the link,
Oh shit! I was about to text you.
and then
I was going to tell you, my friend
Sean.
just opened up a taco truck across the street from your house.
What really? What is it?
Or down the street from your house. Luster Pearl.
Oh, Luster Pearl. Yeah.
Ryan.
There's a food truck in there. That's your friend.
Yeah, he just opened it yesterday, and I think
Holy
he
crap.
opened it today. He's a good friend of mine. I met him at the farmer's market.
What is he? What kind of food? Did you say?
Tacos.
Oh, tacos.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's called Mission X.
Cool.
It's got like a UFO on the front,
Oh,
like
that's
abducting
cool.
you. Speaking
I
of
love
aliens.
that.
Yeah.
I love aliens.
Yeah, shout out to him. I know.
The size of an SUV. I heard on the radio they go, well, the concern is what happens when it runs out of batteries.
The spaceship, or is it like a commercial?
No, the drones.
Oh.
Because the drones are
That's what they do.
are so huge.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
gonna come
or they're
crashing down.
powered by gas. It's like a lawnmower. Like you straight up fill it up full of gas. It's got a gas tank on it. I'm sure that's
but they
how.
make no. It's not.
Now, is this something you're saying that like they confirm it's a drone, or it's something they don't know? Like
They
it's
are-
unidentified.
I've heard both. I've heard them say that they're unidentified and they don't know what they are.
Okay.
And today they said that they're drones that are owned by by Iran.
Oh shit. Lost that part. No, we didn't lose it. I mean, the video.
Well,
of us.
so the drones are confirmed to be Iran's drones, and actually, I've heard three things. Right, so I've heard one that they're unidentified;
Okay.
they have no idea whose they are or what they are.
Right.
Okay, but that they're not a safety concern for some reason. The other thing is that they're Iran's drones, and that the Iranian people have a mothership close by that is like kind of the place
Well-
that they live at and recharge, right?
Right.
And then just recently on the way over here, I heard them playing like a news clip saying they're not drones from Iran. There is no mothership. So,
Conflicting reports.
yeah, multiple conflicting reports. And so, we're supposed to be the most sophisticated. We're supposed to be the most, the best
Right.
the United States were number one, But we don't know what these, 100 drones are flying over Florida or New York, or where are they even flying over? I don't know. I would
We need to
just
get you a keyboard.
just search drones.
Okay, let me
in
remember how to
the
do
search.
this. So we'll go.
Yeah, search it first and
Okay.
then pull it up. So
Okay.
just drones.
Iranian, right?
Drones. Look,
Okay.
see Iranian mothership.
Okay, there we go. So let's put this back on.
So go to
Can't forget
the one that is like, just click on news right there.
Okay.
Up. Yeah, right there. Just click on news. And then Pentagon denies lawmakers claim that New Jersey drones are from Iran. So the Pentagon is saying they're not.
Oh shit! Look at these images. And you say there's multiple ones? What?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, all that's like, people have been sending photos, and
When was this, Rachel?
even Adon wrote about it, actually. But yeah, there's video footage of them. Look, that one.
That one's probably not real, right? This
Florida. No, they're drones all over. Right? Not really, but New Jersey drones, and also in Florida.
My God. Now, my question would be.
And the Pentagon was releasing statements saying that they didn't know whose or what they were. Like, they were doing briefings and stuff. So
Now,
it's just normal.
It's just
okay?
weird. Well,
Just
yeah,
normal.
they kept saying the new normal. We thought it was going to be a bunch of blue-haired, mask-wearing Nazis making us, like, take a bunch of shots that are going to kill us.
No.
Now it's kind of thrown in a totally, like, other direction. It's not even opposite. It's like, well, aliens might or might not be real.
I don't know. It's weird. And then there's all this alien stuff all the time. So I don't know. I don't know. I do have a lot of alien dreams. I always have, but it's probably because I've always been interested in them, or I've always looked out in the sky to see if I
Right.
see any weird stuff. I've always been into, like, alien movies.
Right.
So that probably I'm easy. My mind is easy to sway at night. Like, if something happens, I'll dream about it. If
Okay.
like, I'm very sensitive to that.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, big time. That's how come I can't watch really dramatic or intense movies.
Right.
Like chase stuff, killer, like, really, because I'll dream about it.
Oh, you don't do the Halloween Scream.
Those are fine because I've watched them so many times.
Right.
But like news weird stuff,
Yeah.
like the Smile movies.
Oh,
or
yeah.
like those weird stuff. Like, I'm not a big fan of watching. I'm not afraid of them, but I will dream about it. Right. The other night, I put a heating pad underneath my blanket because Adon loves it freezing cold.
Yes.
And so I had my heating pad on, like, medium. I turned it on because it was freezing cold. I put medium right away, but then I was going to put it on low.
Uh-huh.
And I fell asleep, and I was sleeping on my stomach like this. And then all of a sudden I was dreaming that I was standing up against a fire. I'm not even kidding. And I wake up and I push off the bed back away from the heating pad. I was like, oh shit. It was so real. It was crazy.
Sharp intake of breath, just.
But yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me when I told you about so Valium. They gave me Valium. I had a bicycle accident. I was being stupid, and I was riding down a hill really fast with a friend of mine.
Okay.
But I mean, I was like 20 years old, downtown somewhere.
Okay.
And I crashed my bike. I had to go to the emergency room. They thought I had shattered my cheekbone. It was so bad. But they gave me Valium. And Valium makes me have nightmares, like, bad. nightmares. I mean, I had never been so afraid in my life. Like, I remember waking up crying from scary dreams. It was so crazy.
Lucid.
And then I looked it up,
Hmm.
and it was may cause night tremors
Right.
is on the thing, and I was like, holy shit, I'm never taking this again, ever.
Mm-mm.
And then my bad dreams stopped.
Of course.
Yeah, but that was so crazy. So yeah, no, I will never take Valium. It freaks me out.
I've
And
had
I didn't
fever
know.
dreams. Yeah.
I didn't know. I was like, oh, I just had a bad dream. I'm like,
Well-
oh, I had another bad dream. And I was like, why am I having these bad dreams? What have I changed? And it was those fucking pills.
Your reaction to them, like you see that right on the side, there's all these side effects,
Yeah.
or on the back or whatever, and you're like, like
I didn't even look
I
at
don't
them.
feel
I was
half
just
of
like,
those.
the
Well, a
doctor
lot
said
of them
to
will
take 'em.
say that. I mean, even marijuana,
Mhm.
you know, or alcohol, any of that stuff really does have like
Yeah.
deep side effects. I mean, I got fever dreams from being too fucked up on stimulants, and I wasn't getting enough sleep. And then when I sleep, it's this real deep sleep,
Oh yeah.
like drooling, and then I'll fall asleep in my clothes. I get so exhausted, I'll just take my shoes off, lay on the couch, put a blanket over me, and then wake up just in sweat.
Yeah.
You know,
I know, and I don't even have to really sleep that hard to dream. I dream like I dream every night. I dream.
really?
Every
Well, I mean,
night.
we all do, but you remember.
Well, I remember my dreams.
Yeah, I don't. And that's another thing. They become very, very vivid whenever I don't get enough sleep.
Yeah,
is not a good thing.
because then you're
Intense.
You're in that realm or whatever. Where
But it
you're-
doesn't feel good. It's like dramatic.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not sleeping well.
intense.
Yeah, it's very, very
Yeah.
intense. It's like if I'm trying to get something or I wake up and it's like,
You're just
everyone's
in the
mad
middle
at me.
of something. You're like, fuck, I
That's
don't
right.
get to finish this. I'll
Right.
never get to finish it. I can't even go back to that
Or-
dream again.
right. Or someone's mad at me, or I really fuss
Yeah.
something up bad. You know, what is it all? It all is like manifestations of how
Yeah.
you feel. And then how that,
Yeah. And
how that,
you sleep.
say it again?
And how you sleep.
Yeah.
It's all like a comfort thing. Is your neck messed up?
Yeah,
Or
there you go.
Did you drink too much water? You have to wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. Are you cold? Where's the blanket? I don't even sleep with a pillow. Like
No, you don't.
I'll lay down with a pillow, and then when I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed, I push it up, and then I lay it on
Okay.
on the bed flat. I don't know why I started doing that, but now I can't sleep with the pillow because if I sleep with the pillow, it feels like I'm sleeping all shanked up. But really, you should have support for under your neck, and so sometimes I'll try to wind up a hand towel or something and put it under my neck
Yeah.
for support.
Maybe need to be up on an incline, perhaps. Just
Yeah,
ever so much,
I've looked
ever
at
so slightly.
yeah.
Like,
I think we're going to be changing up our bed game soon. So
you talk to
we're
my buddy.
looking at getting some inclines
Yeah,
and stuff. I think that will be great.
I have a friend that does that. I mean, so I showed you guys my bed.
Yeah.
In fact,
Oh, it's so soft.
now that the house is being moved around, I'm going to put that one. I have two of those.
Yeah.
It's a split king. So
Oh,
then you get an
really?
adjustable base, and you can do a his or hers.
You
two
have a
sides.
split. Where's your other one?
It's in the Bruce suite. I only recently got it in the last year, so
you
I had.
should swap it out so you don't have one side that's. Well, it's
I
just-
do.
Oh,
I
you
do. Yeah, every so often I switch one out or the other.
Yeah.
Like when my sister came and stayed, I pulled it in here and she had the same mattress I have in my room.
Yeah.
I just don't have room in
Awesome.
there. So I'll have to move the
Yeah.
desk out of there, and then I can just have both of those on there, which is, I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
it's like 10 G's in
Yeah.
mattress.
It's a game changer.
Yes,
whenever
and the
you-
pillows and the
yeah.
nice pillows, and then you get bamboo sheets, and then you really, I mean, you're like,
Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
that's what happened in the first month or 2 months of getting that mattress. So I laid out on it, and I'm like, oh man.
So hard. You know where you find those mattresses usually are at other people's houses.
Right.
Like, how the fuck do I get one of these?
Right. And
I
they-
hate mine.
Right.
But
Wait.
anyway,
Oh.
I have to get.
Oh, it's an hour 10.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. Well, and that's it. Is there anything you wanted to say?
This has been super fun. I can't wait to keep doing this
Please do.
It
That
feels
was
good. I
quick and
haven't
easy, an
been
hour.
on
Well,
air
and I felt like sometimes
in
you
a
were really
while.
getting worn out from 3 or 4 hours or however long y'all be going.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind switching up, and we do a show. We do have a show where we go for
I mean,
an
I
hour or
could keep
two.
going if I was like, I could
No,
have a
but I
glass
get
of tequila. I could just be chilling.
right.
I don't have responsibilities.
I understand that.
But
Well, I'm having fun too, but I meant that an hour is good right there.
yeah,
When I see shows that are a little less, I'm
I
like, man,
agree.
that's a
I
little
don't know.
crunch.
I'm back and forth with that because I
Just
also
1
like the
hour.
way that Rogan talks about like time. If you've heard him, where
Oh,
he
3
says
hours.
he's
Those
like,
are good.
yeah,
It's
people
real
are
good.
like, who the fuck is gonna listen to you for 3 hours? He's like, I don't know. If
I
they don't
do.
want to listen, they could just turn it off.
Right.
You know. But when you get to that level, right? Whenever
Right.
you are at that level, not everybody's a Joe Rogan host, not everybody's an Alex Jones host. Like you have to build yourself up to that level of
And he goes-
comfort and knowledge and know how to talk to people
And keep up the conversation.
going.
Keep yourself up
Yeah.
too, not get all
Yeah.
worn the fuck out. Because
Yeah.
another thing I was trying to tone down too was the lights. Because I noticed when I went on to y'all's show, it was late at night and I'm drinking, but then it's like the lights. That's why everybody wears those fucking sunglasses. It's like, why are you wearing those on your show?
Oh,
like to
yeah.
be cool. It's like, no, man, those goddamn
Fucking
lights,
bright.
they wear you
Yeah.
out.
I like the light. I like the color lights. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, because
The
you and
lights
I,
stuff.
we need to look at getting one in the back because you and I do look like, if you look at it, or it's hard for me to see it and look at the monitor. But all right, it was good to see you again.
Yeah, it was
All right.
super fun.